In this video, we show the individual biogeneric and biogeneric reference modes. The case that will be presented is referent to a patient who had a leak in an unsatisfactory crown of the tooth 46 and the missed tooth 36 that already had an osseointegrated implant. The crown was removed. The tooth was re-prepared. The clinical situation reported to the administrative part of Sirona InLab 4.0 software and the sequence passed to digital impression or scanning of the case. The models were generated. Cutted. And then mounted on an articulator. In the next step, the created model was positioned at the software arc, defined the insertion direction, the die was cutted, and identified the cervical margin. At this time, a special attention has to be taken, and this procedure should be done in maximum zero as possible, because the final adaptation is totally dependent on this information. The tooth is virtually generated from a library, which will be sought at the individual biogeneric, so the closest tooth with the adjacent teeth. Can be observed that the intensities of the generated tooth, occlusal and proximal contacts, as well as the minimum thickness to maintain the strength of the restoration. The software allows the opening and closing of the mouth, and the contacts must also be carefully adjusted in the CAD, minimizing the time for refinement of proximal and occlusal adjustments in the mouth. The designed tooth is then sent to the CAM for materialization of the project. In this case, it was chosen a block of lithium disilicate because of its strength and the area in question. The block is placed in the machine and passes the command to start milling the crown. The material is offered commercially pre-crystallized, which facilitates the milling. After the milling, it must be crystallized in a specific time and temperature. Then, it will change to the color similar to natural teeth, and can also pass through the process of makeup. After the glaze is continued with conventional steps for fixing the crown by resinous cement. After the 246 is ready, the 36 pass through the selection and installation of the abutment and is released in the system administration, only now in biogeneric reference mode. Following the same steps as before, there will come a point in the time where the software will ask you which tooth reference. It is then circulate throughout the occlusal surface of 46, so the shape can be reflected on the abutment installed on 36. The software command tools can be used to improve contacts and contours. Specifically, in this case, that the implants are molded as they were teeth, cervical contour should be greatly improved, since the emergence profile of the prosthesis provided by the system is always different from the expected profile for implanted prosthesis. The crown is then obtained by milling, and so, as in the first situation, will undergo refinement adjustments in the mouth. Crystallization, makeup, glaze, and permanent fixation. Thus we saw the individual biogeneric way for the tooth 46 and biogeneric reference for the 36.